What's up YouTube? Today I'm reviewing the Dirtcom Trailswing hitch-mounted swing-out spare tire carrier. So I went with a hitch-mounted swing-out for a number of reasons. My three top reasons are: number one, I wanted to carry a full-size spare. I run 275 70 R18 on the truck. This is a 285 70 R17. And I do a lot of backcountry stuff with my wife, who's an elopement photographer. If something goes wrong, I need to be able to finish out the day and take care of that myself, so I definitely want a full-size spare. It fit in the spare location, but just barely, and when I relocated the track bar, it was even tighter fit. And it also hung down really low, so you were sacrificing some clearance. Not a big deal to me. I'm not a huge off-roader, but I wanted it out of there and mounted on the back. My second consideration was weight. I looked at a bumper and a swing out, which are pretty much the same price if you're buying these new, but they're heavy, and the payload on the Tacoma is small. By the time I've got my camper on, my family, a little bit of gear, pretty much maxes me out. So I'm always looking to save weight, and this is just 70 pounds, and it comes off and on really easily. And third, it just looks cool. Like, I've always wanted a Tacoma. I can finally afford one. I'm starting to build it out a little bit, and I like how it looks for me. I wanted it back there because I like it. So I went with the hitch-mounted carrier. Right before this, I had the Rig'd Ultraswing. I bought that used. I sold it, and I bought this used. So as I'm going through this review, I'm going to touch on the things I think Rig'd did better, the things I think Dirtcom does better. And we'll do a little bit of a comparison. I don't have it here, but we'll just talk about those things. So as far as construction goes, this is chromoly tubing, steel plated, and powder coated. It's nice, it's sturdy. Haven't had any problems with it loosening. Functions really well, it's smooth, I think it looks good. I will say that the finish on the Rig'd is superior. Like, both of these had some nicks and dings because they were used, but on the Rig'd, it was just that, small little scrapes and scratches. On this unit, when it gets dinged or scratched, it seems to kind of permeate into the finish, and you can even see where it inserts into the hitch, and on the exterior that the finish is chipping and peeling like one of those cheap U-Haul hitches. So it's definitely better on the Rig'd. I mean, it's not a big problem. I got this used. I can take it to the powder coating shop and get it powder coated later if I want to. But if you're paying full price, it's definitely something to consider. As far as installing it, both are really easy. I like the install on this easier because the wedge in the back that you tighten, you access from the rear of the hitch. It's super easy to get to, super easy to take on and off. The Rig'd is pretty easy as well. You just need an extended socket to go through the front. It's not a big deal. This is just easier on the Dirtcom. One other thing that I wish this came with right out of the box is an accessory hitch. You can purchase one if you can get a hold of the company, which I'll talk about a little later. But Rig'd just comes with one installed, so you can put your bike rack on, it'll swing out, get out of your way. This one, you have to purchase that accessory hitch and install it. I'd like to do that eventually because I do mountain biking and go out with my daughter, but I do wish it came that way, and I think for the price it really should. Something that a lot of people like about the Dirtcom compared to the Rig'd is the clearance. The design of this gives you quite a bit more clearance. And for people who do a lot of off-roading, which is not me, but other people, really appreciate that. So if that's your main priority, I think this is a great option. And then tow capacity. This, once it's installed, has a 10,000 pound class 4 tow rating. I can't remember what Rig'd is. I think it's similar, but the point is you can install this, tighten it down, and still do your towing with your rig. So it's pretty cool. You don't have to take it off to do those things. So we'll just get into some functionality. So it's pretty straightforward. It's mounted on the hitch. You have this latch. Open it up. The little latch in the back you can move with your thumb, and then you pull out this retaining pin, and it swings right out. This one has 3 different spots you can lock it in. So if you're on an incline or decline, that's really helpful. We use that quite a bit. But oftentimes I just have it out as far as it can go because the way I have my license plate bracket mounted, I have just a little bit of clearance with my tailgate. It's enough, but it's pretty close. That's one other thing I want to touch base on, the license plate bracket. I love the bracket that came with the Dirtcom. It's sturdy, it's black, it's awesome, but it is not pre-wired with the license plate light. You have to purchase a trailer wiring harness, you have to wire it, plug it in. Not a big deal, super easy, inexpensive. But the other issue is it's got a little bit of width, and I am running an OEM wheel because I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on a new method and a Nitto. I'm just going to run the cheapest, most functional spare possible because the chances of me using it are low. So I have a plus 60 millimeter offset here, and with that offset, it was really pushing the tire into this. So I either had the option to run a spacer or to get a different license plate bracket, and I went with Rig'd's license plate bracket because it's flat, it's flush, it made it so I didn't have to run a spacer, and it comes pre-wired. You can just plug right into the towing outlet and your light works. So it's only, when it was on sale, it was only 20 bucks more than dealing with the rest of this stuff. So I don't know why they don't have it pre-wired, but maybe in the future they will. I went ahead and got Rig'd's. Works great. I was able to just do a little modification in it. Then I just bolted it right up. Accessories are pretty standard across, but you can put all sorts of trail accessories on here. The one we have that we use a lot is the camp table. We use this probably more than the camper. We'll go out and make meals at the beach or make meals on the mountain. It's super awesome. It just folds down. Do you need it? No. You could get a little table at Walmart and do it. But to me, this is cool. I like it. And it has a cutting board built in. Now on Dirtcoms, it's wood. It looks cool, but I've had some problem with swelling. And so it's hard to pull out and put back in. Rig'd's table is plastic or composite or something, but it doesn't swell. So I've been wanting a new cutting board, but touching base on the customer service aspect, I've reached out to Dirtcom multiple times, email, text message, social media. They never get back to me. I'm trying to spend my own money to replace a part that isn't functioning that well, and I just can't get a hold of them. Whereas when I bought that used Rig'd Ultraswing, I sent those guys a picture. They told me everything about the unit. They were super friendly, super helpful, super encouraging, even though I wasn't purchasing directly from them. And so if it were me and I was in the right tax bracket and I was going to pay retail for one of these two swing outs, I would probably go with Rig'd just for that alone, not to mention the other little shortcomings I talked about. But that stuff aside, this is still awesome. We use it a lot. You can mount a lot of things here. I'm not a huge heavy overlander or off-roader, so this is probably as far as I'll go. But I really like this. My family really likes it. We do a lot with it, and it's just super awesome. One thing to consider is when you put this on here, you're going to block your rear view, your rear camera. I looked at a lot of options. I was thinking about buying an OEM camera and a harness. That's expensive. There's a company that makes a relocation kit, which is essentially a $300 wiring harness. A little ridiculous. Somebody on the forum mentioned a Wolfbox rear view mirror, and it's 130 bucks. You don't have to hardwire anything. It's awesome. I ran it under the truck, and now I've got this rear view camera here, and it's a dash cam. So cool option. You're definitely going to want to do that. I thought, it'll just be old school. I'll use the mirrors like I used to. Once you're used to a backup camera, it's hard to go back to not having one, in my opinion. One other small cool feature here, I talked about wiring the license plate on the OEM bracket that came with this, but You didn't have to wire the Rig'd one that I bought, but I did snip it and rewire it, and that was just to run the wire through this grommet that they make, because it's kind of cool. It hides all the wires right behind here, so it's a nice, clean install. I really like that. It just looks good. I had just enough wire with the rear view camera to have enough room for it to swing out, and both the camera and the license plate light are coming through that grommet. Just looks good. So that is the Dirtcom Trailswing. It's awesome. You know, I do think the Rig'd is better, especially at retail prices. I think it's pretty crazy how expensive they all are, but that's just how things are these days, I guess. I don't have any plans to sell this or purchase a Rig'd, just because this is one that's on my truck. It's working just fine. I got a good deal. It's awesome. And it is a good option. Just like, be aware of those things if you purchase it. The finish isn't phenomenal. The latches just can be a little finicky. And the customer service with those guys is just, I haven't been able to talk to them. Maybe they're nice, I don't know, but it's just something to think about. So I hope that you enjoyed this review. I really enjoy having this hitch-mounted tire carrier. I know they're not popular among a lot of hardcore off-roaders, but that's not me. So it's been great for me. I love it. If you like this review, please like and subscribe to the channel. It's new. I'm going to be doing some reviews, some mountain biking, a lot of Pacific Northwest stuff. So it helped me out if you like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. If I missed anything, we can chat about it, and I'll try to answer it the best I can. Thanks for tuning in.